Lesson 167. Harry is holding a party to celebrate his success.
Hello, Mr. Hardcastle. This really is a reunion of old friends.
Oh, isn't it? I can't tell you how glad I am that your idea has come off. You certainly deserve it, with your amazing perseverance.
Well, thank you. Anyway, one good result is that Pamela and Peter will soon be married.
Yes, I'm so glad. You can give Peter a job in your new organization. Now, of course, you'll be able to stay and work in England.
Yes, and luckily my wife's come round to the idea.
Hello, Mr. Salad.
Oh, hello, Pamela. Hello, Peter.
Isn't this a wonderful celebration? Hey, you know, Mr. Sallis, your television interviewer's arrived, and he looks very well and unhurt.
And Pamela's employer, the MP's here. He's so pleased because he thought of the idea of the television contest.
I invited that hard-headed director of the umbrella firm. You know, the one who said that Englishmen always put up their own umbrellas unaided. But I don't think he's come. Oh, yes, there he is. Look, he's leaning on a walking stick and talking to Barbara. Well, what a surprise.
Oh, by the way, that business friend of mine whom you had lunch with seems to have changed his mind about coming in with you. He said the other day that he thought he might well put a few thousands into your enterprise.
Well, nothing succeeds like success. Hello, Mother.
Harry, I've just been talking to the director of that umbrella firm.
And?
Do you know that he hinted at some sort of partnership? He said that he just wanted to see what sort of a man you were, and that now that you've really got your idea started, he thinks you may be just the man for him.
So he wouldn't mind distributing my product alongside his traditional umbrellas. What a revolution! What a triumph!
He said something about keeping up with the times.
In fact, he's afraid of your competition.
But it really is wonderful. It's just the sort of backing you need.
It certainly is, after such a hard struggle.
Yes, but now you've shown how able you are.
By hitting a television interviewer in the face.
Well, that was certainly the best thing I ever did.
And now I can stay and work in England.
And now we can get married.
And now thousands of people will be able to carry their umbrellas in their pockets.
Just think of it. We'll soon be joining the idle rich.
We'll soon be helping the country by paying the most enormous taxes.
Dear Harry, I'm so glad you're impulsive and clumsy. I'm so glad you wave your hands about when you talk. What would we have done if you didn't?
Lesson 167, Drill 1.
Is this a stone wall?
Yes, it's made of stone.
Is this a stone wall?
Yes, it's made of stone.
Are these paper dresses?
Yes, they're made of paper.
Is this a fur coat?
Yes, it's made of fur.
Are these paper cups?
Yes, they're made of paper. Lesson 167, Drill 2. This box is for cigarettes, isn't it?
Yes, it's a cigarette box.
This box is for cigarettes, isn't it?
Yes, it's a cigarette box.
This case is for books, isn't it?
Yes, it's a bookcase.
These bowls are for soup, aren't they?
Yes, they're soup bowls.
These glasses are for wine, aren't they?
Yes, they're wine glasses.
Lesson 167, Drill 3.
She's a wife who works in her house.
If you mean she's a housewife, why don't you say so?
She's a wife who works in her house.
If you mean she's a housewife, why don't you say so?
He's a man who delivers milk.
If you mean he's a milkman, why don't you say so?
It's a paper which gives the news.
If you mean it's a newspaper, why don't you say so?
They're men who bring the post.
If you mean they're postmen, why don't you say so? Lesson 167, Drill 4. It's the room we use for dining.
Then it's a dining room.
It's the room we use for dining.
Then it's a dining room.
It's the pool we use for swimming.
Then it's a swimming pool.
They're the apples we use for cooking.
Then they're cooking apples.
It's the car we use for racing.
Then it's a racing car.
Lesson 167, Drill 5.
The play depressed even me.
It must have been a very depressing play.
The play depressed even me.
It must have been a very depressing play.
That girl excited even me.
She must have been a very exciting girl.
The book bored even me.
It must have been a very boring book.
The game tired even me.
It must have been a very tiring game. Lesson 167, Drill 6. He was wearing a dark suit.
Where did you see this dark-suited man?
He was wearing a dark suit.
Where did you see this dark-suited man?
She had black hair.
Where did you see this black-haired woman?
He had broad shoulders.
Where did you see this broad-shouldered man?
She had blue eyes.
Where did you see this blue-eyed woman?
Black-skinned lady in a bright red dress moved along the smoke-filled room. As she passed me by, she seemed to catch my eye. She didn't look away too soon. I'm crazy,
Oh, the black-skinned
crazy,
Oh, the black-skinned
crazy, for the black-skinned lady.
Oh, the black-skinned
I'm crazy,
Oh, the black-skinned
crazy,
Oh, the black-skinned
crazy, for the black-skinned girl. Saw her dancing with a fair-haired guy. She moved like she loved every minute. I saw her glancing round to catch my eye, and I realized her heart wasn't in it. I'm crazy,
Oh, the black-skinned
crazy,
Oh, the black-skinned
crazy, for the black-skinned lady.
Oh, the black-skinned
I'm crazy,
Oh, the black-skinned
crazy,
Oh, the black-skinned
crazy, for the black-skinned girl. After someone's married, saw that dark-eyed lady smile at me, and I guess I've seen how it might have been, and I wonder if she'll ever be free. Be free. I'm crazy, crazy, crazy for the black-skinned lady. Crazy, crazy.